You've done an amazing job.
Thank you,
Really,
thank
it
you.
came together. This house came together so beautifully, didn't it?
Real quick too. Thanks to
Mhm.
all the people helping. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We are live.
All right, let's rock and roll.
All right. This is Sue Greenwald with Awakened Stories here today from District 5 with King Smarty, also known as Sananda Galactic.
What's up?
How are you today?
I'm fantastic, fantastic.
I know there's so much going on. It's like it'll make our head spin. How do you want to proceed? A Q&A first, or do you want to give us some updates or?
Well, the updates are money is moving and things are being exchanged to certain people's accounts. And because of everything being so successful, Israel decided they wanted to commit suicide.
Mm,
So that's what you're witnessing right now. And that's what the world wanted, which is why you see the spike in the Schumann residents, because thousands and thousands, no, millions and billions of people are excited about Israel, receiving what is owed to them, if you would.
right, right.
Just like we knew what was coming, or that was coming, what was coming. So that's where we're at with that. Once we eradicate these type of individuals, then we will live in peace, and that's what you're witnessing. So there's literally nothing to worry about at all. Daddy, God, Creator, Source, whatever you want to call him, her, it is in full control. So it's a good thing that's happening, and I want to stress that just like Palestine, all of the good individuals were evacuated. And the way we did that was teleport them out of there. And these are the good individuals that dad knew or knows that is a part of him and will be a part of him for a long time. Everybody else is, up for grabs, which is why they're being eliminated because obvious reasons, right? Israel is the only place where you can violate children and walk the streets normally. In fact, people that violate children around the world go there
Right, right.
after they violated children and are, you know,
Convicted or
prosecuted,
yeah.
right? Because of that, because it's a satanic place.
Right.
And like I said once before, if it's your promised land, then why do you have to fight to protect it? Shouldn't God do that for you? The cool part about all of it is that since they already laid waste to Gaza and Palestine area, certain areas, and now we are laying waste to Israel's areas, we get to rebuild the whole coast.
Beautiful, beautiful. So
Right.
what you're saying then is the people that are, we're going to say, trapped in Israel, since they can't get out by airplane mode or whatever, they are all the bad guys and they will be eliminated in some fashion.
That's right. And there's even reports of some of the Israelis not allowing certain other races to go into the underground tunnels. So it's okay for y'all to do work for us and be a part of us, but when it push comes to shove, y'all can't go into these bases with us, right? So that being said, we're going to flood the bases. Why not?
Okay, so what about the video you just posted recently with the children running, the sirens were coming and the kids were all running? What about those kids? Are they innocents?
Again, I'm sure those kids were involved with some type of darkness. Y'all seen the videos. Y'all seen the videos. Don't worry about those kids now. Y'all seen what they've been doing. Okay. And a lot of these kids are half breed, reptilian, Draco type anyway.
Okay.
And again, if daddy chooses to save them, then he does. Otherwise, they're getting eliminated too.
All right.
That type of mentality that they got going on there is going to cease to exist. Period. So the ones that do get to live and remain in the new reality, they'll be how you say, reformed. Because the shit that they've been a part of and the shit that they've been hooraying is not fucking cool. So I think the whole world don't care about them right now because of their obvious stance on Gaza, Palestine, Palestinians. All around the world, they've been treating the Palestinians, the people, like shit. So billions of people all around the world don't care what happens to them. And they earned that. They chose that. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, we're talking about children. However, these children have been mind altered, have been screwed, have been a part of it, etc. Don't nobody want to see kids get harmed in any way, right? However, you're talking about future mass murderers. Okay? That's literally what you're talking about. They were parading everything over there, spitting on Palestinians, Christians, Judeans, you name it. That's what they were all doing. And they felt like they had impunity to do so because of their leaders telling them that they're inferior and nothing's going to happen to them, and do this and do that, and we got you covered, and I'm the boss and I'll take care of you. When you can't even take care of your fucking self. Matter of fact, you fled. You didn't get too far though, but you fled.
So
they just heard, I just heard that he was missing. So
yeah,
go ahead.
It's funny. So I think it might have been Saturday here. We saw, the bombs raining down on Israel. It almost looked like fireworks, right? Now everyone is saying Iran did that, but you're saying it's not Iran.
No, it's not Iran.
Galactic.
In fact, I shared a video with one of the Palestinian guys who I became friends with, and he says, I've never seen missiles come out of clouds before.
It's cool. Yep.
Who's in the clouds? Who was returning in the clouds? Y'all remember that story, right? Can't hear y'all.
Awesome.
Yeah, so daddy's doing what he's doing in the area. Go ahead.
Okay. No. So what I just wanted to know was basically it's in process. Now I think it was again Saturday, only 17 dead in Israel, like 300 wounded. And I'm like, dude, are you guys like, look at all those bombs. That can't be real.
It's not real. And it's they've been lying since day one.
Right.
They've been lying since day one. There's videos out on social media because social media is bigger than news. And these people are literally filming from their own balconies, sharing it to family members. We need to stop this. Help, 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 help. All across Israel. All across Palestine, mind you, because it's not Israel.
Right.
All across Judean, in fact, if you want to get technical. So everything that they've been doing has been a lie. Even the fact that they say they can protect their own with this bullshit dome. That shit don't work.
Right.
That shit does not work, especially against a galactic force that you have no protection against.
Okay.
The only thing we was waiting for timing. Timing is everything. Have I not said that?
Yeah. Timing is everything. You're kind of like blipping out in and out here today.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. All right.
Done. Clean it all up.
Done. Okay. So I know Q had said years ago, save Israel for last.
Right.
And we've been kind of watching this unfold for a while. Now they've been just bombing the crap out of Gaza for 70 years, but
recently,
yeah, for the past, I think it was like maybe 20, whatever, almost 2 years, like heavy bombing. And so we're going to call this the end of the cleanup of Earth.
That is correct. And they also, the Q people also said suicide week. That's what they did, basically. you shot at or you sent missiles to an area that was protected by Daddy and I, and you pretty much messed up. You committed suicide, which is why even Benjamin Fulford reported that shit.
Right.
Which is true. The Iranians have stuff that nobody knows about. China has stuff nobody knows about. Russia has stuff nobody knows about. We even have stuff that no matter how bad we got infiltrated, Israel don't know about. Okay? And that's me.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, in fact, Dad yesterday told us to release the new technology to all of those different areas and countries. We was just having a little discussion here where, they all know who I am. They all listen to me. They all know what I've been doing. The U.S. here and Israel, they've been trying to hide it all from literally from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And my information and what I am and what I do is so beyond the monkey mind comprehension, where they automatically shut it down. Can't be real. This ain't real. This is impossible. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So, that being said, they all know what's really happening because they've been listening, and they also are taking orders from Daddy and I on levels that the regular folks will never understand. And it's not for everybody to understand. Do you understand what I mean? So you're going to see all of these things manifest. And there's things happening around here that is starting to manifest that Dad told me years ago when I got here on how we would take over the entire island because of the black mold and the people here not doing nothing about it. People coming here on vacation and going home with respiratory issues. Why? Because there's literally black mold everywhere. Okay? So things like that he told me years ago. And here we are.
Did he actually say black mold?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Whoa. Okay. I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things happening across the board.
You also said a few days ago that they were trying to assassinate you.
Oh, that's normal. They've been doing that nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been just trying to do B. They do B over almost every day. Energy directed weapons and little creepy crawlers and if you guys watch movies, some of the movies are very real, and they're illustrations on things that actually happen. You should know this. The Pentagon was big on making movies.
Right.
Right? The CIA was also giving people information about movies. Where do you think Star Wars came from? All the little different characters and all the different little beings in all of these different movies, they're based off of real live
beings,
entities.
Yeah.
Portals, right? Portals, stargates, wormholes, people with abilities, freeze time, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Very real.
Right.
And we've been in a galactic type of battle, right? When I speak and when I talk, don't look at Smarty, don't look at King Smarty, look at Daddy Sananda Galactic, because that's who we really are.
Yeah.
This is an avatar that I'm renting, if you would.
Well, I don't think people realize we're in the middle of a huge war. Okay, I was talking with somebody about a month ago, and she's like, "Why doesn't this happen? Why doesn't that?" I'm like, "Dude, do you get the complexity? How big this is? This is so important. This point in history right now."
That is true.
Yeah.
The good news is that we've already won, like I've told you. The difficult part is y'all realizing that everything people like myself has been saying was and is very true.
Right.
That now, this is why I can say to someone, the only reason why you're having difficulties is because you haven't reached that awareness level and pulled yourself up out the water. So if you're having these problems with all of these different fraudulent law systems, it's because you haven't reached up out of the water and addressed it the way you're supposed to as sovereign beings, right? If you're having all of these different problems, relationship problems, it's because you're still in that mess. Get yourself up out of that shit. You can't control people, but you control yourself.
Are you talking to me? Because
No, I'm talking to everybody who's having problems everywhere. Y'all can't control people. They have free will. You can control yourself by deciding to stay with them, stay next to them, listen to bullshit, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. Right?
Yep.
And it's totally up to you, which is also why you have the key to your happiness as well. Light switch. Turn it off. Turn it off. It's literally that simple. Oh, it's not that simple. How can you just say that? I'm so messed up. Blah, 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 blah. Well, watch what you just said. What did you just say? You're messed up. Okay, well, what do you expect if you know, or maybe you don't know, that your words create your fucking reality? Why are you going to keep saying these things?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, you just learned something new, and I've been training you for how long?
That's great. That's great. It's
But
true.
it's very
And
true.
when people ask me questions along those lines, it's like, if it feels like exciting, if you're passionate about it, if you like doing it, that's where you're supposed to be putting your energy and attention. Like maybe you don't do that full time for, like, let's say, a job, but get that into your life and follow that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's also techniques that you can do. You know, my technique is one of the most powerfulest technique because it's literally, you know, using energy and using daddy, or you can't use daddy, but allowing daddy to help you manifest and do things. But there's also different techniques. There's also, you know, using water. There's also writing in a book. You know, there's different ways to do things, and I literally do them all. Okay, I write in the book what I want to see happen. I write in the book the products I want to create. Everybody sees the books because I share it. Right. I wrote in the book who I need to talk to, who I need to remove, what I need to, you know, blah 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 blah. That's what I do.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, boom, it manifests faster because it's right there. I get bored. Next thing you know, let me go check out the book. Okay, I can do this product right now. I get on the phone with my peoples. Let's do this product. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Also, the water. You all know how to transfer energies because I showed y'all. Hit the water with the intentions that you want. Boom, boom, boom. You see the video of the elderly gentleman talked about how he hasn't eaten in years. Okay, well, there's other people doing sun gazing, doing different things like that.
Right.
Just living in bliss and shit like that. You know, I'm always with a good attitude because I know all this stuff. However, there are some times where I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's literally that simple. You can change everything, and you can create the reality, or you can walk into the reality that's already been created for you. A lot faster if you just hit the light switch. So that's how you do that. Just
Right.
work on it.
Right. Yeah.
Anything can change. Do not limit your creator. A lot of y'all have limited yourselves, and this is the case. This is why y'all experience lack, because y'all created that lack for you, right? Daddy has put people all around us that are our brothers and sisters who we can request things from and count on. Not everybody's going to, you know, do things for you, but there are people in place that will help you along the way.
Right. Right.
And he's the one that always repays people for doing their part to help each other. I'm not afraid to ask for help, right? I ask Daddy for help. He'll tell me what to do, who to contact, and boom, there it is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the people that help me, like all of y'all get rewarded too. That's how it should be. So the more we move into a reality of abundance, we all help each other, and we won't have no issues at all. And our children will be so safe because we're all a big community taking care of each other. We don't have to worry about some news media posting some shit about don't go outside, there's a mass murderer. We're going to go find this fucker and we're going to eliminate his ass. Period. And since Daddy is the one in charge of it all, he's going to allow us to do it because it's our right to defend ourselves, defend our children. If there's somebody in the courtroom that's molesting our children and using their system to do it, guess what? That motherfucker needs to be eliminated. And whoever did it needs to get off. Finito.
And the judge and all the other people that are, you know, associated with that system.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, no, like, yeah, they're all in this big, very coordinated system that needs to come down. And we're seeing evidence of it, so it is.
We are. Yeah. We are. And I've already told y'all years and years and years the rules of engagement.
Yep.
Expose and eliminate. Remember Facebook Live, I was telling y'all everything. I was dropping them nuggets. Boom, 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 boom. Fast forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the main thing that well, there was a lot of main things, but the main thing that I was talking about was we have to put heavy, heavy, heavy love and light blankets on all of the people and all of the parents, especially because they're about to find out what's really been happening to their children. And fast forward, here we are. They're finding out that their children are taken by CPS, kidnapped by some fucking satanic individual, put into trafficking stings, rings, right? Violated, drained of blood, and then put back into your food system. Did I not say that years ago? And here we are. It's happening.
I'm seeing so much evidence of it. It shocks me when people don't seem to take that truthfully. But it's on them, you know.
It don't matter. You could tell somebody right now that there's baby products in their drinking water. They won't believe you. You could tell somebody that Chick-fil-A and McDonald's and all this stuff, they won't believe you. Some of them even blatantly says, "Oh, no wonder why it tastes good. I'm good. It's okay. I ain't worried about it." You see the ignorance there?
Yeah. Because they don't really, really believe it in their hearts.
Either they don't believe it or they don't really care.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a problem. That's a big problem because of that type of mentality is why it still exists.
Right.
You know? But
yep.
However, it's all being exposed so that the people that were like that will actually understand that, holy shit, this was real. And I can't believe I even said that.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes with the consciousness raising. When the consciousness rises, boom, 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 people start to question things. A veil literally, holy shit, you mean this is real? Oh my God. They start getting sick.
Yeah.
And that's why we need to do these heavy love and light blankets, and we need to heal and do what we do. That's the purpose of the crew, the Jedis, the team, my crew. You know, we have so many people involved in doing what we're doing, this cleanup. You guys haven't even met the people that are hovering above us. You know what I'm saying? So we got so many wonderful things to look forward to. And we are literally wiping out the dark ones wherever they are. Um, I'm constantly well, the assassins that we sent out are doing their job, and we're reinforcing that they continue to do their job until they're eliminated. And I got something else that I want everybody to know, including y'all Cabal members watching this right now. The Israeli soldiers, everybody that took part of all that stuff, everybody that took part of everything, you will be apprehended. You will be dealt with. There is no escape for any of y'all, period. And if you think I'm playing, remember there was a creator who created you, and he will tell us exactly where you are when it's time. So there's no escape at all, literally none. Those of you that took your time to turn to the light, you will die of old age. You're not staying here with us. So your best bet is to continue to do good until dad takes you, because you're not staying here. And that's what you created for yourself. Okay? There's no way around that shit. Nothing that you can say or do will allow you to stay here with us. And that's what you chose. That's what you chose. That's what you chose. All right, what else?
So you're also including in that category anyone that was complicit, sending money, weapons, any sort of support whatsoever to Israel.
That is right.
Okay, just want to clarify that.
That is right.
All right.
You're still going to be able to live. However, you will die of old age. Everybody else that's been working hard to eliminate you guys will live on forever. This is the whole part of you're losing your soul. Never to return. So congratulations, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, I'm sad.
And I have no pity or none of that for you.
Yeah.
Because you chose that. You've been warned over and over and over again. Haven't I not warned everybody?
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Yeah. All right. All right. Next topic. It might have been yesterday you said the four kings are going to reappear.
No, they're going to appear.
Appear. Well, okay. How will we know them?
Well, you won't see them here because they're not here. They're in Israel cleaning up and eliminating shit.
Okay.
Those are the ones who's doing it.
Right. And then, go ahead.
You'll know if somebody, or not if, but when somebody records it, you'll know.
Okay.
There's already recordings of spirits running out of Israel. Let's go. Right? There's already evidence of spirits running around.
Okay.
Which we already knew. Right? And you will see Angelics and Galactics and everybody else Daddy wants you to see over there.
Okay. So
and the cool part is no one's in position to censor it no more because we took those.
Wow, you just totally blipped out again. Can you say that whole last minute again?
I said, and no one is there to censor all of it because we took them out too.
Awesome. Awesome.
Knock, knock. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, come here.
Awesome.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Monday at 6 o'clock, last Monday, Daddy gave them a 2-hour It was 6 o'clock when he said it. Monday at 2 o'clock, Daddy gave them a 2 hour window to get things done. So what ended up happening is they started the war, they started the problems in my house, and they started all this shit. 8 o'clock came, Daddy dropped the hammer on them all. So here we are.
Okay.
New house, new world, new reality. Everybody getting eliminated. Things that we want done, wealth transfer, technological booms for humanity, is literally happening.
Awesome.
Right. So we're good. It's happening.
Awesome. Okay. LA and the No Kings riots basically across the country. I think Saturday was the big day for that. There was an organized website for it showing locations, which was quite shocking. But my question was, you said the UN Army was on the other side of the fence at California. So you indicated that, again, our geography is wrong
Yep.
and that everything is much closer than we think it is. Is that what you were talking about then?
Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about.
All right. All right. So, of course, just watching these riots and the fires and stuff, it's upsetting to see. But how are we with that process there? Is that a cleanup process?
That's a nothing burger.
A nothing burger. Okay. So don't even get worried about it.
No, what's happening is, um, they're rounding up the cabal, the reptilian half breeds in the area,
Yeah.
and that's sending a message to the people on the other side. Come on in, because if you do, we're right here waiting for y'all. And there's more and more of us as far as Galactics, Angelics, also there, containing it. So there's nothing. It's nothing. It's Daddy's taking care of it.
Okay.
Everybody's about to find out that Trump's really not the one in charge. Never, he hasn't been for thousands of years. If you understand what that means. So they're going to do exactly what Daddy wants them to do. They can take all the credit if they want to, but at the end of the day, you all know what's up.
Okay. So don't get worried about it. Don't like waste time on it. Just go about your business.
No, in fact, we have a partner that's over there, and he says nothing's happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, they lie, they lie, they lie,
They
they lie.
lie. And they're all coming out of the woodwork now. So we just have Cindy K. After like what?
I
Six,
thought,
eight
I thought,
months?
I thought that was an old video, or was that something new? Because I didn't even watch it.
I think it was old, but it was re-uploaded a couple days ago.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought she was taken care of.
That's old. That was
Actually, I know she's taken care of, so it's
yeah. But it was like, what? Here we go again.
I'm gonna go arrest the king of the universe. Okay, well, have at it.
For what, too? For what? For trying to get the truth out there. So more.
No, I ain't trying to do shit. I'm telling the truth. And I'm eliminating and liberating planet Earth. So,
Right.
and not just this district either.
Right.
This is so good.
It is very exciting. So
Very.
that leads me to my next question. Ed
Right.
the Zebra. Okay, so we see video of Ed the Zebra in Tennessee, which is kind of in the middle of the country, running, I don't know, through the fields. They finally caught him and airlifted him wherever they did to. And supposedly he's safe and sound. Where did he come from?
Just like they said. Remember when I told you guys to take the map, fold it, flip it?
Yeah.
That's what it is. They've been lying to you about everything, including the sizes of Africa, Russia, the US. Africa's fucking humongous. It's all lies. All of it.
Well, when I saw that zebra running through, I'm like, oh my God, like how many other times have we seen stuff like that and just assumed it was an escaped, say, zoo animal or whatever the storyline is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Real
So,
crazy.
yeah.
You know what's even crazier? What's even crazier that I've been telling y'all that they've had us quarantined and they treat us like chicken. And now you're starting to realize it that the quarantine was literally this whole area.
I
And
know.
and the fact that all of the land mass are literally over our borders. That's crazy. Oh no, but I'm the crazy one, right? Okay.
Well, you know what? We've been learning in the past few years. And like the more I learn, the more I realize how big the lie is. History is all a lie, geography a lie, science a lie, everything. And we don't even know what the truth is. I mean, we're figuring it out, but looking forward to getting that full truth.
Well, all you need to know is Daddy's the truth. And Daddy has everything. Daddy has he's everything. He knows
Yep.
everything, has everything. He gave you everything. That's why you shouldn't worry, you shouldn't lack, and you should get closer to him the way we are because he will tell you everything and he will take care of you. He always tells me and some of the guys around me when we worry about certain things, oh, so you can take care of that better than me? No, Daddy, I'm sorry.
Yep. That's awesome.
But that we got Daddy.
Okay.
He's our father. He's our creator. What do you call your dad? What did you call your dad when you were younger? Right? Poppy, Daddy, Dad. You know, Pa. Okay, well, he is our father, so I call him Daddy.
So cute.
It is. It is, and there's a lot to that. It's because me and Daddy has a relationship that is like father and son type of love, and I love my daddy, and my daddy loves me. Although he calls me crazy and weirdo all the time, but he made me this way.
Well, I'm
Special.
sure he's laughing most of the time, you know.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
said that boy's special.
Or he's shaking his head, man.
Yeah, I wake up. All right, Daddy, who I gotta kill today? He's like,
That's awesome.
oh man, but yeah, everything is being exposed. Everything is being revealed. Think of it. Think of it like a spell. Like literally, you're like everybody's been under hypno.
Gnosis or whatever.
Right, and then slowly but slowly, all of the veils are being lifted, and the hip is going away. Right,
Yep.
and then it's like, oh shit, you can see clearer now. Like even check this out. Even in the remote viewing, when I teach people or help people to remote view and see clearer, see clarity, a lot of them have gray smoke and they can't see because there's cloud. That's a spell. That's a spell on your consciousness, on your pineal gland. That's a spell. They literally put these little devices over top of your face that literally closes all that, right? So what happens when you remove it and then you're taught how to access it? That's what we do. That's what I'm teaching y'all. That's what I've been showing y'all. When you're right there with us, um, when you're right there with us and we're watching things and walking you through it, we see what you're seeing. So then we just
Right.
okay, look again. And then it's like, oh, whoa, I can see this, I can see that. Right. Because we see it too. And that's what's so cool about this, that once we get connected to Daddy, then we can all see at the same fucking time what needs to be taken care of, who's the problem, what, where, when, how, blah, 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 blah. And then when there's a whole bunch of us doing it at the same time, we're a fucking problem, okay?
I
we're
love
there. We're their problem.
I love the collaboration though, like those of us that are working for humanitarian causes, I love everyone is so excited to do what they're doing and helpful and you know, it's just very exciting and only going to get better, better, better. Yay.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Very, very, very much so. Um, y'all seen Alex talk about some of the stuff that I told him. Alex is the guy from TikTok, the young man.
Oh,
The
yeah.
old,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, so that's his name, by the way. You see him, he asked me a couple questions and then he said it that same day. And then what happened, was it earlier or the next day? The next day he got an official military report saying the same fucking thing that I just said. All of these different stockpiles, all of these different things that have been apprehended or confiscated, this and that and gold and blah, 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 blah. Same shit. Okay? Where did I get that information from? I got it from daddy. Not only did I get it from daddy, I'm the one doing the shit.
So fabulous.
Yes, it is.
Fabulous.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very, very fabulous. But yeah, we got a lot of beautiful things happening. They came out the woodworks this last couple of weeks. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
this last week because of what's happening.
Yep.
I'm having problems with people, you know, here and there, and it's like, oh shit, what the fuck? All of these stupid little things happening.
Yeah. Lots
So
of attacks, attacking families and other, even the kids that are not even related to this or whatever. So, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's all good. It's over.
Okay. Regarding the planets that you blew up like a week or two ago, okay, is that which put the spell on the Draco and the Reptilians, turning them into the dark, twisted souls long ago? Is that still around?
No, that was not. That was an AI.
Is
That
it the same as what the unicorns called the world killer?
basically something like that. It was a dark AI, like kind of like Venom, like Black Goo type thing.
Okay. There's a really good movie out there called Moonfall. And I hate to give the plot away, but it is dark AI that's basically following the humans across the universe and wiping them out. Really,
That's
yeah.
yeah, that's literally what's been happening.
Okay.
But I mean, you gotta understand that the dark ones, even though they're dark, they are creative. You know, they can't produce or create the way we can, but they can twist it. That's why they use the humans to you know make music and do this and do that and blah 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 because
Right.
they're twisting what dad has already created,
Right.
which is why we're taking it all back. Everything, everything. We took it all back, in fact. So um, it all boils down to the faster, you know, if you want your blessings to come in faster, if you want to stop stressing about certain things, just live in that state of knowing that everything is fantastic. We're walking into a whole beautiful new reality, and God and Jesus are pioneering that shit. We just have different names.
Okay.
In
So
fact, we have a real names. Source is the creator, and Sananda is his representative. And together we're both.
okay.
Not that hard to figure out. Just listen to what I'm telling you. Daddy always validates, always. Good.
Okay. That well, you've given us such great content. It's so exciting. All right. So years ago, you had said you were going to merge dimensions. So is that the same thing as merging timelines? Like, what does that mean? And has it been done yet?
Yeah, it's happening right now. Actually, it's already happened.
Okay.
The problem is that the people haven't realized it happened, which is why I'm telling y'all, turn that switch on.
Okay.
You start thinking positive. You know Dad got you no matter what. Do the tough task. Maybe some are not tough at all. Go with your gut. Follow your instincts. Get yourself out of the funk, the cloud, and you will instantly see that new reality unfold right before your face.
Right.
You can't tell me it's not possible because I know it is. So what's happening is we're already vibrating at a high level. We're up here. Those people that say we're going from 5D to 3D, well, they're still stuck in 3D if you're still waiting to fucking go somewhere that's already here. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fastest way to get up here is to stop listening to the fools down here and just go about your day creating the beautiful world or manifesting things that Daddy has already put in place for you to manifest
Right.
for yourself.
Right.
Right? Because we're doing it here, right? We have a lot of issues and things that need to be addressed in this area, but I'm witnessing that some of the people that I thought would give me hard times are actually on the same fucking page. Okay, let's go. You see what I'm saying?
It's awesome.
The only ones that do give me hard times is certain individuals that own these bigger buildings around here, and a lot of individuals that are wealthy, as far as money wise, they think they can stop what's coming. So they give me hard time. They send people to follow Jazz. You know, they mess with all of our shit and sabotage and all the stupid shit. Don't matter. I laugh at that shit. And just be thankful I didn't evaporate you yet.
Mhm.
Ain't that right, B? All right.
Right. You still have more time?
Yeah, good. We got I got about 5, 10 more minutes or whatever.
Okay.
Just go ahead.
Are the Jedi's and are some of the Jedi's Galactics or Angelics?
Galactics.
Galactics. Okay. All right. Have we left ourselves clues about our past to help us to remember and to fully wake up to who we really are?
No, you did not. However, Dad did.
Ah. So a lot of us will, as we're going through this process, we're starting to understand ourselves, the world, our, where we fit in more, it seems more quickly.
Right.
Right.
And that's the part about source directives, because that's our directives. God's plan is our directives.
Yeah.
We were here to do what we need to do to unlock the other things that we want to do or we're going to be a part of. But
Yep.
if you don't jump in and go forward and learn all this shit, you won't know what the fuck you really are until somebody has to say, "Hey man, wake the fuck up. You got to right?"
Yep.
So we are literally here on missions to get things done. And when we go out and do the things that we're supposed to do, and some of it is not comfortable, by the way, it unlocks things. And then you realize, whoa, this is the way we're supposed to be. Yes, you finally graduated.
Well, okay. So is there a quicker, is there a way we can,
No,
okay.
no, you have to follow Dad. You have to follow orders, commands, teachings. And here's why. You ever stuck a screwdriver or a butter knife in an electrical socket?
In a toaster.
Did you get shocked?
Oh, hell yeah. Very painful. Very
Okay.
painful.
Okay, well, if we was to give you all the information, you won't wake up.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. So there's a process, and we have to like gradually raise our consciousness, observe, assist, whatever, and then follow that path.
Correct. Everything is a frequency, and your body has to adjust to the new frequencies that your mind is getting ready to intake.
Okay.
Right. So when you get new information, you start to process it, you start to validate it, you start to see it's true, and then boom, your
Yeah.
vibration changes.
Yeah.
And then you can go on to the next stage, the next stage, next stage, next stage, next stage, next stage.
Right.
That's why it has to be done that way. We
Yeah.
are energetic bodies. That's why.
Okay. All right.
It makes sense, don't it?
Makes sense. Thanks for explaining it that way, because obviously we want to fast track it, but we have to do the work, if you will.
All right. Well, they've been trying to, yeah. So they've been trying to stop a lot of us from being this way normally with all the shots and shit as children and all that. They've been doing all of these things to us so that we wouldn't wipe their asses out the way we're doing right now.
Okay. Okay. So basically, I wanted to say that for everyone, as well as like I'd like to fast track it even more for myself. But evolution is a never-ending process. We're always going to have something to do, to learn, to do, no matter where we are. There's never a finish point, but we have to always strive for being better and more aware. And we've been heavily programmed, like just shocking. So, okay. This question was left over from whatever the last video. When did sterilization and euthanasia of pets become acceptable, like through the vet services? It used to be, in my day, pets were not treated the way they are now, but they didn't have that medical program and all that like they do now. But now, like you had said before, we give them vaccinations, and then we sterilize them immediately, and then euthanasia if they get too old or if they're in pain, which I don't disagree with, but again, there might be a better way to do things that I don't know about.
Well, there is a whole lot of different ways to do things. The problem is we got to eliminate the ones that thought this shit was okay.
Yeah.
And it's not that they thought it was okay. This is what they do, and they've done it in other planets and other areas, which is why I reinforced us eliminating this type of behavior universe wide.
Right.
Right? We know now that some of the pets and children were going off world to feed certain beings too. So, that's why they have to be exterminated everywhere.
Right.
And we're at 89, 88, no, we're at 98, 99% done. Okay.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, because I've seen video and photos of like shelters, like dogs, let's say, where they just like, there's a whole bunch of them. They just go to town and then they're all laying in a room or on the floor. And it's like, it's horrible. Horrible. Okay.
Well, it is what it is. So,
Okay. So was Edgar Casey legit?
yes.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Edgar Casey was called the Sleeping Prophet, and he had a lot of current information, health information that he gave us. So that's cool to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody just had that somebody was just talking to somebody about Edgar Casey, and they're like, yeah, he can go to sleep and wake up and tell you shit, and I'm like, what do you want to know?
Well, the thing that makes him most famous, I think, is that it was documented. They had a transcriber or a person in the room that documented everything he said, and then they've got records and stuff. Like a lot of people will give information and we don't,
Right.
So
Yeah. And that's why David Wilcox is, he don't say it himself, but people say, "Oh, you're Edgar Casey." No, you're not. And my stuff is documented too. They just deleting my shit everywhere. Okay.
Good point. Good point. A new way of documenting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Question. Do the tunnels under the Walmarts have anything to do with their closing? We see a bunch of Walmarts closing. A lot of different stores are closing.
Yeah.
So,
The answer is yes.
okay. So they were doing nefarious things under those tunnels.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
we all witnessed it. You've seen the little tags of the children behind the racks and all that. You know, this is what I mean. Like, these dudes were arrogantly doing shit, thinking that they were going to continue to get away with it.
Yeah.
It's not the case.
Yeah.
All right, I got 1 more minute. Let's go.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Was JFK Jr. and was Jacquie protected or did she really die?
That's a good question. She's still alive? Yeah.
All right. Okay. Was she
We shall
undercover?
see.
This is question someone has asked me only a billion times. Was she undercover CIA?
Uh, a little bit more than that. It's complicated. It's kind of like Project Pegasus. Look that up. Anyway, I gotta go. Love all you guys. We'll get back to some of these Q&As later on. I gotta take care of some stuff.
Okay. Thank you for your help. Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Drop it like it's hot and bounce.